in the last few seasons.
Well, you've got to learn something of them, surely, even just watching them training with you.
Loose pass, which is tidied up by Dunn. Kenyon finds Josh Bowie, who gives it back again. Bowie again. Nicely done between the two. This is Hamilton. Durnley wants it. Whelan gives it to him. Running at Bowler. Tries to stop the cross. He certainly affected it.
Must have just bobbled as he's crossed that. Good. Best move of the game for me. Down the left-hand side, ending up on the right. Kenyon and Bowie on this side again, linking up well. Must have just bobbled as he's hit that. Which is going to happen in these conditions, but you just got to get back in, regroup and focus again.
Up in the air it goes off Whelan. Barrett takes no chances there, sticking that one out of play. Not easy when you're expecting to be on the bench and then all of a sudden you get a shout saying, actually, you've got to start.
But you've got to be prepared for that. That can happen. We hope Tanner's okay. Possibly maybe got a muscle problem as he's in the warm-up. We don't know yet, but certainly Barrett settled in fine there at right back.
I'm being told that George Tanner had a calf strain in the warm-up, so clearly not a serious injury, but it might be one that keeps him out of the last game against Blackburn, which is here a week on Friday. Once again, it'll be live with us here on MUTV. Do join us for that one. Could be an important one, depending on what happens here today. Chelsea in the box seat at the moment at this level. As it stands, though, Arsenal, if they hold on to this lead or indeed extend it today, will extinguish the chance of United winning the title. Nketiah, helped on by Nelson, a bit too much on the pass, if anything, to u18s. This is Nelson again. McGuane, just taken off Eddie Nketiah by Callum Gribbin. u18s manages to find a way past Bowie. Kenyon should beat him to this, though. Down goes Kenyon and wins a free kick.
Yeah, he's given away a bit of height and physique in that corner with two of them, but he battled away there, Kenyon. Eventually winning the free kick.
Must be said as well, Jake Kenyon last season and certainly previously was very much a winger. But he's taken on the number 3 shirt this season, your old shirt, of course, up through the ranks at Manchester United. So what have you made of the transformation?
He's excellent going forward, Dave. No doubt about that. There's seen many a goal created by him on this left-hand side, and he's linking up great with Bowie today. The only thing I would say is, because you're a wide player going back into a defensive role, he's got to be careful because he's been red carded maybe twice this season. Yeah. So it's just, you've just got to, sometimes you don't have to tackle. As long as you stay on your feet and force people into positions or hold them up, midfield players get back and help you. But he's had an excellent season, great going forward.
Yeah, red cards against Liverpool and Blackburn for Jake this year. A lot of good assists throughout the campaign too. Here's Nketiah in behind Dunn. Tyrell Warren on the stretch managed to block that one away from the onrushing yellow shirts. Willock. McGuane. Willock again. And again. Away it goes from Gribbin towards Burkhardt, who I think felt he was fouled there. Certainly a few around the ground did.
He just needs their balls up to him to be angled more into the channel, so that at least he's got a chance of maybe getting on the end of it, because he's very, very quick. It's through the middle, it goes straight through the keeper.
Yes, pace important at either end for United here. Warren at the back there reacting to the Arsenal attacking threat, and Burkhardt up top trying to get in behind the two centre-halves who look very solid in the air, but perhaps not so swift on the ground. Offside 2-2 to Reece Nelson. Trying to thread it through towards Marlon. Josh De Silva to Marcus McGuane. It's up in the air off Barrett. This is a tricky one, and Nketiah perhaps should have done better there. United let the ball bounce, which was the first mistake, and then the second error was from the striker who didn't steer it past the keeper and make it 2-0.
Exactly right, David. As the ball loops up into the air, you've got to go and head that. Warren and Dunn almost bumped into each other. I don't think he can believe his luck, Nketiah. He just drops for him. Even if he mishits that and keeps it down, he's probably going to score, but he's trying to go for the perfect volley, which it's all right for me saying that. I was never a striker, but if he's too close in, basically, to lift, he's always going to lift it over the bar. A mishit into the ground, scores a goal. So a let-off for us there.
That seemed all ends up Eddie Nketiah's 15th goal of the season. And had he put his side 2-0 up here, even though United had dominated the opening exchange of this game, it would seem like a mountainous task to then get back into it.
All came from a miss kick as well, which can happen in these conditions. But you can't allow the ball to drop into your box in between your centre-backs. Somebody's got to take control and go and head it.
Here's Durnley. Burkhardt wasn't expecting that, but he got it anyway. And then it was whipped away from him by Zech Medley.
He's caused a problem for them too. Medley was always favourite for that. Miskicked it, a fresh air, and it still keeps Arsenal on the back foot and down there.
I was talking to Kwame Ampadu before the game here today. He was saying that this Arsenal group, at some stage of the season, they've all trained with the first team. They've all had a flavour of what it's like up with Arsene Wenger and the more experienced boys, and it's helped them grow this season, helped them learn. Certainly a lot of these United players have had a similar taste.
That's all part of the learning curve for these young lads. Even if you're not forcing them into the first team squad, just training with them and mixing with them is a big thing. Trying to feel comfortable around first team players. That maybe when you do get a chance, it might be some next season or the season after, you don't feel sort of uncomfortable.
Ampadu himself was a coach at Exeter City with the youth team there. His son Ethan is forcing his way into first team proceedings there as a young player. Indeed, a lot of Premier League clubs reportedly looking at him. Here is Marlon trying to trick his way through, and he's done really well there. Away from Barrett, just couldn't pull it back for a yellow shirt. Yes. Burkhardt wins another free kick. Once again unsettles the Arsenal back two.
Don't know whether that sort of ball held up in Burkhardt's favour there, but certainly the two Arsenal centre-backs don't look right to me. Then they've given away numerous free kicks. But he is a lively customer, because he chases balls that you think he's got no chance of getting, and suddenly the central defenders are under pressure.
Well, they're part of an Arsenal side which finished second in the South section of the Under-18s League, 11 points behind Chelsea, but 6 wins in their last 9 games in the regular season, hoisted them up into second position. Now they find themselves in second position in the merit group, just behind Chelsea again.
Well, sometimes teams just grow into seasons, if you like, and improve as the seasons go on. They're certainly a well-organised outfit, but they don't look comfortable at the back.
This is De Silva, the Arsenal captain. Now Nelson has support from Osai Tutu. Josh Barry got back well to make sure the cross didn't do any damage.
He's done ever so well getting back in there, blocking it, and the spun in his favour really and stayed in.
Silva. McGuane. De Silva once more. Just did enough to angle that one away from Durnley. Bowler helps it on. United with some defensive work to do here, potentially, and it's done by Warren.
Got to get up now, and he's done it again. Burkhart, that must be favouring him there, just dying in front of him, so the wind must be swirling a little bit. But it's important that red shirts get up and help him quickly, because he's up there on his own.
Willock looking for Nketiah. Jake Kenyon just looking to get it away. Arsenal trying to keep the pressure on here.
It's been a better spell for them this last few minutes, keeping United penned in.
Nketiah. Bit of a casual pass, which was picked off by United, but then given back to Arsenal. That's a better ball. Offside 2-2 to Reece Nelson. Facing up to Bowie and Kenyon, and driving through all the red shirts in front of him here. Now he needs help. Gets it from offside 2-2. McGuane. Willock. Tried to pick out the corner. And as he slipped, it sort of took away the real venom from the shot.
Yeah, just lost his foot and his standing foot there. Couldn't get enough power in it. But a decent spell again. Yeah, Arsenal putting half a dozen passes together.
Free kick given away by Ethan Hamilton. Lots to come this week, of course. First team back in action tomorrow in the Europa League. Matchday Live starts from 5 p.m. tomorrow against Celta Vigo. First team, of course, back in action on Sunday against Arsenal, funnily enough. Matchday Live from 1 o'clock. And then live football for you on Monday with the reserves against, guess who? Arsenal. 6:30 from the Emirates. Join me and Lou Macari for that. It's taken off Whelan, but it rolls for Gribbin as United look for a way back into the game. Burnley might provide it. Fleet of foot has support.